Hello friends, today we will talk about the locust attack as it's very much in news nowadays. The causes behind this locust attack, then the control measures that are needed. Vast hordes of locusts invaded the fields of Rajasthan and Gujarat, devouring crops and destroying farmers' livelihood. There are little estimates about the scope of devastation, but governments have sprayed pesticides over an area thrice the size of Delhi. Like the Australian fires, it can be argued that locust attacks are common in the region. So why the fuss? Now comes the question that what are the locusts? Desert locusts are short-horned grasshoppers with a highly migratory nature. They differ from grasshoppers in that they have the ability to change their behavior and can migrate over large distances with the help of winds. They live for 90 days and can eat food equivalent to their weight in a day. They feed on green, leafy plants and always travel during the daytime. Congregation of adult locust is called swarm, while that of nymphal locust is called band. An average locust swarm can have 8 million locusts and eat as much as food in one day as 2,500 people or 10 elephants. Locust breeding extends from the Red Sea coast to the Arabian Peninsula, Iran and Rajasthan. This insect grows exponentially. In the first breeding period, locusts increase by 20 times, in the second by 400 times, and in the third breeding period by 16,000 times. This simply means that if there is an extended period of breeding, they will grow in extremely large numbers. It is difficult to track locusts because they move with the wind and there is no certainty where they will attack. The first time Rajasthan woke up to the problem was in November 2019 when the Agriculture Department set up 54 teams to survey and deployed 450 tractor-mounted sprayers in affected districts. IWCS also deployed 45 such vehicles, but swarms had already had 3 generations by then. Moreover, the government infrastructure was barely adequate. The attack is also spreading to Punjab, Haryana and Uttar Pradesh. On January 12, the Uttar Pradesh Government Sugarcane Commissionerate issued an up-press note warning about a locust threat to western Uttar Pradesh, but officials are still in denial mode. It is about the globalization of insect infestations and pest attacks because of a changing weather. Now arises the question what is unusual about the locust attack. This is a very rare attack.
The swarms of locusts were much bigger and they led to a greater amount of devastation. It's for the first time that the locusts have stayed in India after October-November. This has happened for the first time since the 1950s. That means even in 1950s these things used to happen. The decades before this witnessed terrible and long period of a locust plague. Locust plague means when there is a swarm attack for more than 2 continuous years, it's called as a plague, locust plague. This time they stayed for long. And there is a change in the way the locust invasions are happening, and this has to do with unseasonal rainfall not just in India but in the other breeding grounds of this insect. Africa also witnessed one of the worst locust attacks in 2018. It is linked to the attack in India in Pakistan. That means it started in mid-2018 when the desert region of Saudi Arabia received heavy rainfall due to a cyclone. There was another cyclone in November followed by rains in the Red Sea coast region. These 9 months of breeding locusts produced an enormous amount of locusts. Some of them moved north to Iran and from there came for spring breeding in India and Pakistan. Other swarms moved south to Yemen and in summer crossed the sea to reach Somalia to the Horn of Africa. But why is it that the locusts go on to attack? What are the reasons behind such type of an attack? There are many linkages that need scrutiny. There is a global link to India's current locust problem. There are 2 permanent homes of the desert locust in India's extended western neighborhood, around the Red Sea coast and along the Pakistan-Iran border. In May 2018, cyclone Mekunu hit the Arabian Peninsula and caused unusual spells of rain, a situation conducive to locust breeding. Parts of the arid Rub al Khali Desert, which is also going to be called by the name of empty quarter, developed lakes. The development of lakes is a rare phenomena that has not happened in the last 20 years or so. In October 2018, another cyclone named Luban hit the region, followed by heavy rains along the Red Sea coast in January-February 2019. The combined effect of these cyclones and the rain was an extended humid condition, resulting in an extended breeding season for locust as well. Locust numbers rose so much that the region could not sustain the population and the insects started looking for new locales. Civil war affected Yemen could not take preventive action like it had in the previous attacks in 2007 and in 2013. Had they taken action, then the amount of locust attack which we are witnessing here, that may have been a bit low. So it couldn't go on to prevent this time, and the way it did in 2007 and 2013, and locust caused a famine-like a situation in country in 2019 because it has not been able to control it. The cyclones also caused temporary shift in the wind patterns. Consequently, locusts, which always moved in the direction of wind where the air currents took them. Batches of swarms crossed the Persian Gulf and Red Sea to reach Iran and Africa, respectively. From Iran, they traveled to Pakistan around 2019. Thus, the reasons for the locust attack went on to be: first, it was unseasonal rain in Pakistan, Sindh province and western Rajasthan. This desert region of India is not the ideal breeding ground for locusts. The insects needs wet and green lands to proliferate, but last year the region received rain ahead of the schedule, and that is why there was a news about the locust attack. Then the monsoons get extended, and when the monsoons got extended, it did not retreat till October. Rains continued, and the insect which could have migrated towards western in Africa stayed and started breeding in this place. And coupled with the fact that cyclone Mekunu in 2018 brought extremes in Arabian region as well, extremes of rainfall. Because of temperature changes in the Indian Ocean, there are more cyclones. The frequency of the cyclones has increased. And usually there was a cyclone every 4 to 5 years, but in the past 3 years, there have been 3 cyclones each year. Cyclones bring rain to coastal Gujarat, Pakistan, Arabian Peninsula, Somalia, and northeastern Africa as well, and all of these have been responsible for creating a breeding ground for the locust. When the locust returned from Gujarat and Rajasthan to Pakistan, Iran in February 2020, there was already a third generation insect that had bred to the extended monsoon in Rajasthan. And this is why there has been so much amount of a damage. Now, coupled with the fact that Pakistan has not been able to take care of the locusts. Had there been some amount of a spraying in that region, that would have led to some degree of control of the locusts as well. But this couldn't going to happen. Consequently, the population went on to increase once again in this case. Can the locusts return in May, June, or before the monsoon? Maybe before this monsoon. It does not matter if the locusts go late or come early. The children or great-grandchildren of the locust will come during the time of their annual migration at the start of the monsoon. They move to southwest Pakistan, Balochistan and southeast Iran, where they hang out in the winter season. The wait for rains as humidity and the resultant warmth creates a conducive environment for their breeding. If the breeding is good, the new swarm formed in May end could move back to India's monsoonal areas around June. The difference this year was that southeast Iran received heavy rainfall in January, giving an environment conducive for breeding. So swarms are moving from India to Pakistan to lay eggs here. This generally happens in March, April, but this time it's happening in January, February. This means Iran and Pakistan now will go on to have an extra generation of locusts. This also means we'll have 20 times more locusts than the normal. The threat is not over yet. The swarms have started moving towards the Iran-Pakistan border. An unusual rain spell in southeast Iran in the first week of January, during which the country received a year worth of rainfall, has ensured that the threat awaits the locust here. That means there is a treat for the locust in this place because that is going to become a breeding ground. They will breed in Iran, and if India has an early monsoon, they will return back to India in large numbers. And that is where exactly we will require to take a check of it.
Now comes the question that what is being done, what are the measures that we are taking? Scientists say LWC did not follow the standard operating procedures as laid by the Food and Agriculture Organization to detect locust infestation. As per the procedure, sandy areas where green vegetation is available and desert areas which have received recent rainfall must be regularly surveyed for live locust or locust eggs. Areas that were attacked previously or where people have spotted locust should also be watched. The procedure also says that areas where temperature from sunrise to midday stays between 20 degrees Celsius and 38 degrees Celsius should be surveyed because this is the optimum temperature range for locusts to breed. None of the guidelines were followed. As a preventive measures, now farmers are being encouraged to hire tractors, take free supply of insecticides, and undertake spray operations themselves because government agencies cannot go. Though LWC is the only body authorized to spray organophosphate, the government has allowed farmers to use them. Organophosphates used by the states to kill locusts are known to leach into water bodies and harm the ecosystems. Organophosphates such as chloropyrifos, malathion, and phenitrophenone are a group of chemicals developed as human nerve agents by the Nazis and were later adapted as insecticides. These are known to leach into water bodies close to agricultural fields. This varied exposure from different sources leads to bioaccumulation in our bodies too. The Food and Agriculture Organization recommends 10 types of chemicals to be used for controlling locust. Of these, organophosphates are pesticides of the last resort. The first category is of myco-insecticides such as Metarhizium, Acridum. These have low risk for non-target organisms such as birds and reptiles which ingest the treated locust. The second priority category is insect growth regulators such as iflubenzuron, teflubenzuron, and triflumuron. These have very low human toxicity and are less hazardous in comparison to neurotoxic insecticides. They do have some adverse effects on certain non-target organisms, especially aquatic arthropods. The first two categories would be effective if we have early locust infestation detection in place. But this time, India acted late and ended up using these hazardous but effective organophosphates. Chloropyrifos kills 50% of its targeted pest within 3 hours. The remaining get paralyzed or unconscious and die within the hour. What can further done is to monitor the possible regions and spray pesticides if there is a known swarm resting at night. Locusts only fly and eat during the day. Since they lay eggs in most soil at a depth of 10 centimeters, the areas where they were seen but have moved on must also be sprayed on as soon as possible. In September and October, Rajasthan asked the centre to undertake aerial sprays to check locust attack, but the government was advised against the move because the people are no longer living in clusters and have spread out even living in fields. The spray could have harmed them. Since swarms move across borders, they cannot be dealt without international cooperation. For instance, before the Iran Revolution in 1979, Pakistan and Iran took joint action against locust in April, but the practice ended. It was revived in mid-1990s with the help of FAO. There should be a meeting between India and Pakistan every month to manage locust attack. But even after there is information, while dealing with locusts, the government had failed in their duty. But farmers had saved the day by dealing with the raider. This is all for now. That was all locust information that we wanted to give it to you. Thanks and keep watching.